Yep, that's right. We are returning to space today because I finally have a plan. Now, if you watched the Lore of Vasten episode that came out just a couple days ago, then you know that these guys, well, they have a rocket and an experiment went wrong. And what did I say? Did I say Lore of Vasten? Man, I gotta get my head wrapped around the new series, Lore of Vasten. That's right. This world now has an official name, the World of Vasten, and I like the name. I went through a whole lot of different options, and that's the one I came up with. And yeah, I like it. I think it rolls off the tongue, except for when you forget and you call it your old series. But yeah, so this is going to be their rocket, and I'm starting it now. I think this is going to be a good size. What I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on going up a little bit higher. This is going to be kind of the booster section. Then we're going to go out one and go up quite a bit, and then we're going to bring it up to sort of a point. Okay, so that's going to be the basic plan here. Now I just need to go get more terracotta. I went monster terracotta farming. Fortunately, ink isn't really a problem anymore, so we have lots and lots and lots of ink, which is a great thing. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do here is, let me see, do I have, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to take this with me. There we go, and then I'll grab, okay, not very much there. Yeah, I'm going to have to go even more monster terracotta farming here, but yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really cool build. I hope that you enjoy it. I'm a little nervous, and I'll be completely honest. Last night, I stayed up entirely too late because I actually built a rocket. I built about half a rocket on this landing pad, and it stunk. It stunk so bad. I hated it. So I tore it all down. That's why my pick has no durability, because I just took the whole thing down. And yeah, it was way too big. It was way, way, way too big, and it just looked... It was going to have to be up to like world height to get a point without making it stumpy, and yeah, some lessons were learned. Okay, we'll just put it like that. Some lessons were learned, and now I think I'm in a better place to actually build this rocket. So I can't do that. Actually, I'm going to have to free up an inventory space. All right, so let me get to building, and then we'll come back in once we get sort of the basic shape outline. Then we'll talk about how to do a futuristic sci-fi rocket build whenever physics have changed and make everything into a cube, right? That's kind of the lore of our world is it actually is cube-like. Like, a lot of times I think that people just sort of overlook the cubes and overlook the voxel nature of Minecraft in order to pretend like it's normal, and this is just the tools that we're given as players of the game. But in their world, they actually see it like we do. So I think it's going to be a fun little thing to play with the storyline and the builds and all that kind of stuff as well. So all right, I got some more building to do. Okay, small little update, but I think this is cool. I think I got the sort of main outline of the rocket good, and I think it's a good height. I feel like this is the kind of rocket that could take people into deep space. We're going to add some fins, and we're going to add some big boosters down here. Somehow, I don't have that much room. I may have to shave off the bottom of this a little bit to allow for some room for some boosters and stuff, but I do want to kind of block the end portal a little bit. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I want to add some fins, and the one thing I can't decide is if I want to do the fins on the diagonal or straight. Okay, I'm going to admit something to you guys as my YouTube friends. I'm a little nervous about this one. I'm a little nervous. This is so far out of my comfort zone, but I say as far as just roughing it in, just kind of getting the basic shape and the basic concepts in without any detailing at all, yeah, okay. It's starting to get there. Now, one thing I want to do, I think I want to peel this back 3 blocks, because I think what I'm going to do, in fact, maybe even 4, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down like an engine here that's going to just help it look like it could actually fire and actually like get airborne and stuff like that. So we'll take this down, and then I'm going to use some of this black terracotta to sort of rough in what might look like an engine. I'll tell you one thing I'm thinking about doing. I'm kind of thinking about maybe making smoke come off it as if it's like doing an engine test or something like that. I just kind of think that would look cool, but I don't know. You have to let me know if you think that's a smart idea or if it would just turn out horribly. But yeah, okay, we're just going to hang in there. We're just going to trust that I have the Minecraft ability to make this look less terrible, okay? Another thing I want to add to this thing, as it's starting to slowly come together, I'll tell you what, adding in that, peeling back that little bit and adding in the sort of lowered engine is really, really making a big difference. Don't worry, there's going to be a lot of detail to come. We're going to be doing a lot of little bits, but that's going to be with a block that has stairs. So I don't know if we're going to use quartz. I'm kind of thinking we're probably going to use quartz, or if we're going to use end stone, but I'm thinking that we're going to use quartz to bring in a little bit of a lighter color for essentially all of the detailing. I think that's probably going to be the way to go. Now, additionally, right down here, I'm going to be doing another wing right here on both sides. So this one's going to be a flat wing. So we're going to be coming out from right here, I think, right in the middle and one block up. And it's just going to be flat with a little dip down at the end. That's going to be a kind of nightmare to get to. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. And then unfortunately, well, we could come down from down here. So let's just do this out here. I'll tell you what, this is going to be kind of boring to watch counting live, but let's get this thing counted out, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I'm thinking. I think this will be really cool. I think this is going to make basically all the difference in the world here. So the last one's going to be right here, and we'll just do that, and then we got to build another part of the wing. So I'm gonna have to go collect my terracotta though. Yeah, unfortunately, I just made that out of black terracotta, and that's going to be the hardest thing to see, but hopefully we can get a look at it from up here. It's kind of low, isn't it? But yeah, it's kind of low. But I don't think I really have a better choice. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring this one up as another wing and see how it goes. I think it'll be a really cool look. I'm not completely coming up with this design on my own. I did look at 50s sci-fi retro concept art. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for here. So to get a nice little curve up here, let's try this. Let's go, not counting this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump boost is a little bit annoying. 4, and yeah, I think 4 should be good. And then we're going to fill this in with this white terracotta as well. So, well, let's work on the arc here. So, okay, that's 4. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then I learned on the last wing I did that this is the easiest way to get the whole thing done, is to actually fill it in while you go. So, cut. Okay, it's starting to come together, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm getting less fearful here and thinking that I am indeed going to be able to pull this off eventually. But the shape is good, and the size is good, and the scale is good. So those are all, well, good things. I guess this block here, that's not a good thing. We'll get rid of that guy. Oh man, this jump boost is awesome, but it kind of takes some getting used to. Okay, so we got all of that, and that's pretty good. I actually do want to do some writing in English, because our storyline is these people are from the Earth. They fly on the USS Sheriff and the USS Black Goat. Whatever happened to Black Goat? I wonder. We'll find out eventually in the lore. I have scripts 2 and 3 already written, by the way. I'm waiting for a little bit of my voice acting for my friends to really make that come into fruition. But yeah, I think you are going to love it. Okay, these small wings up at the top, they're going to need some boosters, and I think that's where we're going to have to bring in some quartz. So that means we have to go get some quartz. I don't think I have that much, so let me go find out how much. I definitely have to go back to the overworld, because we're going to take a break from the terracotta and bring in some detail work, and I definitely want to go with the quartz, at least initially, and once we get up there, we'll take a look and see if it looks good or not so much. Also, eventually I want to work out lighting. I don't even know how that's going to be. End rods probably, but we'll have to work it out. All right, the first of a lot of detail coming to the ship, but you know what? That is not too bad. It kind of looks like jets. Now, I got to figure out something to put on the bottom of those two that's going to make it look like maybe sort of adjustment thrusters or something like that. You know, like the main jet is down here, but there's going to be something on the bottom of those, and I have an idea, and we're going to see if it's going to look good or not so good. Man, let's go see it together. I was going to do it off camera, but why not bring you along for the ride? I have an idea. What about cauldrons, right? So cauldrons are a little smaller than a block, and I have 2 questions. Do cauldrons have to sit on something? Because if they do, then I'm out of luck. But if they don't, then would they look good? So let's build one and see how it is. No, that's a minecart. That's cauldron. Okay. I'm thinking this might kind of look like a jet from above. So let's put it right there. What do you think? Now it's not smaller than the block. I thought it was for sure, but I'm just, I guess, thinking of the bottom. I think it's kind of cool. So why don't we make up 4 of these guys? And yeah, why don't we make 4 of these and put them up there and just see how that looks? I think it's going to look really, really cool. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, the cauldrons do look cool. Also, I had the reverse side to it that's reversed. Yeah, okay. All right, now it's starting to feel like maybe a rocket ship, and obviously lots more to go. Okay, so the next thing I think I want to do is I think I want to do some hanger-ons coming down here in the bottom, sort of heading towards the engine. Now, I'm not in great shape for quartz, so I don't know how much we have before I'm gonna have to go to the nether and start mining, which is just really unbelievable given how much mining I've done in the nether. But yeah, I think we're not quite there as far as having nearly enough. So eventually, remember, I was gonna build back in the olden days of this base. I was actually gonna build this base out of quartz. I'm glad that didn't happen. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we do some of these little guys coming down here. So we'll do maybe all even. 1, 2, 3. I think I said all even, and I think I did not make it even. Let me back up and take a look. Let's see. No, it is. It is. Okay, there's 3 full blocks. I think that's going to be cool. We'll do that on all 4 sides. We're just going to give this a little bit of sort of, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull the eye down, like down to the engine, right? Like, you know, you want to see that's the direction that the ship is moving. That's kind of the idea. So yeah, hopefully this will do the trick. I've been on the grind a bit, and I want to bring in and talk about sort of how this thing is shaping up and pros and cons and things that I like and things that I don't really like that much. So I needed a wall block is kind of where we're at right now. And, you know, not a lot of great options because I don't want to use this. I don't want to use end stone on this just because I've used so much of that on the base. I want this ship to be made out of somewhat different stuff because it didn't come from this moon, right? So you know, I don't know why it came from the nether, but I don't want it to blend in with what's down here. So here's where we're at. So I made these little sort of, I don't know what they'd be, like maybe fuel cylinders or something out of blackstone, and I don't love it up close. I think it's okay. I think it's the best option. Honestly, there wasn't a great option for wall, but I think from just back just like a little bit, I do like it. I really like the yellow that I brought in just to get a little splash of color. It's starting to look like a spaceship. I am actually starting to really like it. So something else I want to do here is I want to do some landing stuff. I want to do the landing thing out of blackstone as well. So I think what I did is I took out this bottom block right here, and what I want to go is I want to go here and here, and then we're just going to make these guys sort of just come out like this, and then get rid of this. We're going to make it right out of blackstone because I want it again to sort of look like it's maybe not necessarily part of the main structure of the thing, and I think that's going to work out really well. So like as if like the ship settles in and then these clamps are deployed kind of later, right? That's kind of the idea. Maybe I don't know. I don't think a ship such as this actually exists quite yet, so we can make up our own technology. So here's one. Here I'm thinking something kind of like that. Does that look too much like a claw? I think it's kind of cool, right? I think it kind of looks like it connects. I mean, I could even go, if I wanted to, I could even go maybe just like, oh, not there. I could go one on this side, maybe. Just something. Maybe that might be what I'm looking for. Is then. Do it on all 4 sides. I think this is going to be kind of cool. Boy, I'll tell you what, this futuristic bit, I really am enjoying it. I'm liking it a lot. In fact, I would actually kind of like to do more episodes here in the end here, which I may do leading up towards episode 125. I may focus a little bit more on the end, but I like it, but it's a real struggle. It's very different for me. So yeah, I'm learning along. So let's do 4 of these guys on all 4 legs, and then we'll come back. Yeah, I think this is cool. I think this gives it a little bit of structure. I think what we might end up doing is actually doing like a little. Oh, that could be kind of cool, actually. You know what we could do? Well, yeah. Well, let's cross that bridge when we come. We'll come back and we'll talk about the landing pad. Well, I am very psyched about this build. I added in some color, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this one up here because I want to sort of let it sit for a bit at this point now, you know? I did a lot of building, got a very sort of basic layout of the ship. I think it's okay. There's, I don't even have a cockpit and stuff laid out yet, but yeah, I think it's all right. I think the next thing I need to do is I just need to sort of look at it for a little bit, you know? And that's one of the things I use, especially whenever I'm branching out of my comfort zone, is I try to back away from builds every once in a while and just see how they feel whenever I get up in the morning with sort of fresh eyes or another day or whatever. But yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's a cool build. And I think it came a long way today, and it really helps sort of further our story along. This is the sheriff, which brought our futuristic sci-fi moon people to this base, and then we're gonna see where that takes us from there. So that's gonna do it for me. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like if you don't mind, and check back basically Monday through Friday, more Bedrock videos as fast as I can do them anyway. Okay, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me, and I'll see you next episode. Bye everybody.